Fuck me. Fuck me. I have witnessed the ending of Attack on Titan just now. The long ass reaction is in the description. Go watch it and go back here if you want to listen to the discussion. But the discussion starts right now. The cat is dying. But I how can I discuss this though? I mean, okay, discussing a 20-minute episode or something, but this is too much to discuss. To me, it was just a great ending. And I don't actually have much questions. Surely some of the little things like Titan mechanics are not totally... I'm not totally get them completely, but overall I do not have questions. So the power of the Titans ended up being just completely erased. It's not like they gave the power to Historia's child and all that. He just erased it. It's even better in this regard, because yeah, he wanted to get rid of the cycle of parents, of children eating their parents and all this, and just some race being this half monster. It's just so great, and we had so many insights on the dialogues between Armin and Eren, little dialogue with Mikasa, hints on dialogue with Eren and Connie, like he told Connie that your mother gonna be okay as well. So he was communicating with them through this power of Titans at this point or another. And he was just erasing their memories so they can remember it after his death. What? This is next level shit. He basically recorded those messages and they appeared back in the memories after he died. Since this episode is literally 1.5 hours long, I don't want to go through the whole episode like I usually do with little episodes. And there is no need here, because it was quite self-explanatory. At least to me, there's no need to dissect it and discuss every single Titan punch. So I will just briefly go through this, give some of my thoughts and opinions, but don't expect me explaining shit again. Because poor people who will probably translate this, they're gonna hang themselves if they had to translate like 3 hours of me ranting about like how it all looked great and stuff. And let's start with the fact that, yeah, it did look really good. Both the fighting, graphics were mostly nice looking. Those moments of peace, just it was gorgeous. The music was good, song was good, the acting was good. When fucking Armin cried over Eren, tears just started going from my eyes. It was uncontrollable. It was like, yeah, it was that powerful. So everyone who did this, everyone, starting from Isayama for writing this shit and making the manga, to the people who voiced characters, to the people who fucking created the animation, because there was a lot of awesome and difficult animations. To everyone, for the composers, to everyone, they did an amazing job. Amazing job. And props to them, to all of them. I understand now why this is the final part of the final part. Because there's no way you can do that fast. If this episode alone felt like a whole season, really, combined into one big fucking episode. So huge props. And it's good that there was a lot of animation, not just some CG stuff like we saw in the beginning of season 4, during the attack on Marley, where there's like people were like that. You can clearly see there were like CG models. No, there was a lot of painted stuff. There were like Levi and Mikasa flying, this crazy Sakuga. Yeah, and lots of interesting stuff as well. So so what's interesting and was quite unexpected is that Ymir entered the battle herself, and she was very dangerous. She literally spawned all of the Titans, all of the 9 Titans, previous versions of those. It was cool looking at them. I mean, if I had time, I'd probably look at all the pictures with them, because there were like interesting ones. There were like different beasts, crocodiles, doggies, some fucking snake creatures, fat female titans, and different armored titans. All the designs, some of them we even saw in the pictures in the season 2, I think, when there was like ending or openings, there were like ancient pictures of titans walking, the Warhammer Titans and Beast Titan. So these were those, and there was like how many of those? Like at least each 13 years there was a new one, at least. Sometimes even faster. So she joined the battle. She incapacitated Armin in the most gruesome and erotic way possible, and she took him in her mouth. So she was a moving target. Mikasa was quite good, and she was able to find this exact Titan. She was bad at describing it though. That was a funny scene. Like I need to describe it. I just did. So this episode had some humor in it. It had drama, but man, it was so not Isayama like to actually not kill people, and to actually get some people back that I already considered dead. When that fucking Titan source creature turned Gabi and everyone into Titans, I was like, oh no. It was going so well, and now you decided to kill all these guys, It's not like I cared about Reiner's mom or Annie's father, but still, these people, they're like happy, and yeah, we won, and then boom, transforming into Titans. The stupid ones, the abnormal ones, as we call them, as we called them previously. And no one died. No one, not a single person except for Eren died. So as I've said, Hanji just stupid. Her death was the last major death of the anime. No, I mean, except for Eren, but Eren was already dead. Basically, it was not a big surprise of him dying, especially considering that he kind of lost his body, I suppose. So yeah, Gabi shot his face off, and he was not able to recover his body after that and grow it back or something. So he was either in a Titan, either there was no Eren, anyways. So yeah, Ymir started the fight, and this was gargantuous, incredible fight against these things, warhammers, everyone. And Pig was the first casualty that I thought she's gonna be a casualty, but she no, it's not like she was not a casualty. She ended up doing so much shit after that. She was transforming like crazy. Her Titan is weak, but has a lot of energy. And even Bertolt makes appearance, and all of the guys, even Ymir, so many fucking people make appearance. So yeah, this first part of them fighting was amazing. And then Falco, a bird, Falco Titan appeared. And this is the question that I don't understand about Falco flying thing. How did he do that though? How? He was half bird. Right? Right. How he ended up being a full fucking bird? Hmm? That's I don't really understand. Yeah, we know that he has Zeke's fluids in him, so he probably have some kind of a monkey blood, the beast titan part in him. Maybe that kind of helped him to be more beastly. That's why he was a bird man, right? Not just a jaw titan, but a half bird man, half beast titan as well. So maybe knowing that helped him to manifest into bird more than that. But anyways, it worked. Unfortunately, the Azumabito ship was synced after that. Was song. I'm gonna try to speak in a correct way. Or not was just song. Anyways, excuse me for my French. And yeah, they were able to get here to save everyone. Annie, like a Disney princess flying on the giant bird, who looked like Phoenix, sort of like prehistoric type of bird, or some mythical type of bird. And I mean, Falco played a huge role in the end. Even Gabi with her gun shot Ymir, literally shot Ymir creature Titan, the piggy thing. This episode had too much. There was a moment when it felt like, yep, we're done, but no. Then Falco appears, and this is such a great imagery. Just look at that. It's when Falco appeared, and Mikasa's like, "I'm Sugoi, I'm strong and stuff." And she's like, "I'm gonna get you." And the bird appears, and it looks like she's an angel of some sort, But it's just Falco flying towards her. Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. I mean, I want to see the manga panel of that. Even though I guess in the anime they did even a much better job. So yeah, Falco and Annie, all of them appeared and survived. And then the fighting continues. They decided to separate, to find Zeke, to find this, to find that. And whole situation with Zeke was crazy as well. So yeah, that was a very interesting scene with the people near the end of Earth. Not Earth, but I mean near this. Anyways, near the cliff. I was trying to find the word. And people were falling down. The woman gave her child, so people kind of saved the child, and that was a beautiful moment. It was very gruesome in a way, but still it was beautiful. So the Titans were moving, and they showed us that Titans were moving everywhere, not just here, but in the desert, in the forests, in some icy mountain places. As Eren said, 80% of population died. And what's interesting is that in the end we saw during the credit scene, we saw that civilization was building up. Huge buildings, amazing, and copters, helicopters, and planes flying, exploding stuff, and atomic bombs. And this seems like a nature of humanity. We multiply until there's too much of us, too many of us, and something happens, some sort of birth control or pest control happens, something like that. Like before us, in real world, there were dinosaurs, there's these creatures, that creatures. There was maybe something that we don't even know about that was previously. Maybe some ancient civilizations actually were before us. But the ecosystem, the earth itself, the life itself, it balances it. If there's too much of something, at some point something happens and it all dies to a little amount of creatures, and it starts growing again. It's like life. You can cut the whole bush, and if there's at least one stick living, you're gonna grow another bush from that. Life is gonna spread anyways. And we, as humans, we're living this like little tiny part of the whole time, in the world. So for us, it's just like nothing compared to all the time that was before us. And I'm pretty sure that we're gonna end the same exact way. Either something gonna destroy us, either we are ourselves gonna destroy us, which is... That's how we do. That's how people are. Yeah. And so what Eren did was basically one of the extinctions. It was not because of the bombs and stuff. It was because of the Titan powers that some of the creatures had. And he dealt with it without completely wiping out the population. Because some of the extinctions, do you see dinosaurs? I do not. They're completely extinct. But their extinctions gave way for mammals to develop, and take the world, basically. And then humans appeared, too fucking smart, and decided that they're the king of the hill now. So I liked that Isayama had this perspective on the real world. He always had it. From the start of the story, I was just forced, during all of the discussions, I was just forced to bring up the real world. Because you cannot not bring this, And I'm not saying about some little specific things. I'm saying about a general life and humans and all that. So yeah, just one of the extinctions. And later, in the very end, there was little kid, venturing through those giant destroyed skyscrapers with a stick and stuff. And this is like Einstein said. I don't know what's with what the Third World War gonna be fought with, but the fourth one is definitely gonna be fought with rocks and sticks again. So basically, we're just gonna destroy everything and start over again. This is a cycle of life. Either you want it or not. But anyways, I'm getting distracted. So there was an interesting scene of Armin being in this subconscious place. When he tries to wake him up, then he realizes that he has sand in his arms. These sand that we have in this blue desert, Eldian desert. He saw the tree, he saw that, and then he finds Zeke, who's sitting there playing with sand because he was getting crazy. I mean, the guy spent so much time in here. I remember him previously, in some episodes ago, he was like all bearded and long hair. He was waiting for Eren or something in there. So yeah, the time goes very slow in there. And they have this interesting dialogue together. Zeke tells him about the story about Ymir, sort of, kinda. uh, about life, about multiplying and all that. Also a parallel to the real world, to the king, and then Armin brings up the thing, the leaf. While Zeke sees not the leaf but his ball, and I'm not sure how this exactly worked. I don't want to spend your time here. What's interesting is that they were here for quite a while, because Armin and Zeke started this dialogue when Zeke only had a little nothing of sand, but ended up having a castle in there. So they both were there for a long time. So Armin with this leaf somehow showed Zeke how you can sort of break the rules of this. Not just break the rules, but use this space, the alien space, how they call them. I forgot how they call them. And so Zeke was able to kind of find the people in there, because every Eldian is somewhere there. They're like immortal. People are dying and booms. At least we believe so. But Eldians are more like Christians believe, or someone like other religions. Like you don't die, you kind of find another place. And here's basically Eldians. They live in another place. They're all connected in a way, and you just need to find someone if you really want to. So yeah, Zeke was able to find those people, our friends, kind of. And Grisha and Gilead and Ymir. And so they were able to get out of control of Ymir. And they were able to help us to fight. It was also a cool moment seeing these people and these titans again. Yeah. And giant Bertolt helping us as well. It was great. And then Zeke appears out of the bones like, yeah, oi, I'm here. Levi sees him and kills him in the most satisfying way possible. It was so fast. It was so clean. With slow motion and shit. Like, oh, brilliant. I felt really good. I wanted that. I got that. And Zeke died basically a hero as well, because he sacrificed himself. So Eren loses the control over the Titans. Even though Eren knew it's gonna happen, Eren needed this to happen, and I suppose Zeke also understands this in a way. Because say whatever you want about this fucker, he was not a stupid one. The moment Levi sees butt naked Zeke, though, it's such brilliant scene. He just sees him, Zeke just waves, and then you see Levi flying for like a tiny piece of second, and done. Oh, it felt so good. I'm going to rewatch it during the editing quite a few times. So Zeke did the thing that he told that he's gonna do. So yeah, my man Aravind Smith is avenged, and I am pleased with that. Grisha smashing heads as well. I mean, yeah, that was cool seeing all this. I didn't want to see you though. Yeah, man, that moment with Zeke, it was cool. It was cool. And Ymir was an interesting one here. She kind of looked like she wanted to do bad things, but then again, she kind of looked like she wanted to do good things. We saw little Ymir and grown up Ymir. Yeah. So in the end, they blow up Eren's head. And it all looks like, yep, we won. But nope, you did not. That creature thing ran away. I mean, Armin bombing was cool as well. Sure. Finally seen his Titan at least a bit, but his Titan looks not as cool as Bertolt was. He's skinny, he has bones, you can see through him. I'm literally seeing through Armin right now. But yeah, it was all not enough. Eren reappeared again. And then the fucking scene with the gas, with the Titan gas, and they realizing this is that thing, so we're gonna be transformed into Titans. And at this point, I thought, no way, this is the Isayama turn of event, the Isayama thing to do. Just like, you feel good now, now time to suffer. And I suffered for quite some time. Because looking at John and Connie hugging each other and saying their goodbyes, basically, and then transforming into Titans, I thought this is gonna be irreversible. Thank God it ended up being reversible. So I suppose even Connie's mom gonna be okay. Yeah, no matter if she's Zeke's Titan or not Zeke's Titan, because Eren just erased the whole Titan power. I did not understand how, though. Exactly. Because Ymir decided to not do this anymore, or what, or how, or why? Or because the founding Titan was killed? What was the reason with Historia child? Why we needed Historia to have a child? Then to me, I just don't understand this. Why it was that needed for the story? Was it even needed? Because she told him, like, how about me having a child? Like, she presented him a solution of some sort. So I don't understand that yet. Maybe I will understand this later when I will rewatch and edit stuff, or maybe I will read it somewhere. But this is something that I like. Why? Why Historia? And seems like the father. I had the question like, who's the father? And seems like the father was just some farm guy actually, and they live happily ever after, which is fun, I guess. So yeah, guys transform into Titans. Never wanted to see that, but it happened. Reiner, man, you gotta give props to Reiner. This dude, he fought stronger than anyone else in this anime. He suffered a lot, but he fought like crazy. And it's good that no one actually died, because our guys and the parents and everyone transformed into Titans and rushed towards towards Eren, but Reiner tried to stop him, and Aini tried to stop him. And they could have easily just started ripping these Titans apart. But they didn't do this. And that's why everyone was back into the human form without, like, real serious casualties. Yeah. And then we see Mikasa's flashback with Eren. Sorta kinda... Not a flashback, it's sorta kinda a vision. It looked like some parallel history thing. I don't remember. There was this Lost Girls, and I briefly remember what was there, but there was some alternative history as well. I'm not sure how, why, and where and when, but maybe it's something similar to this. So in this scene, we see Eren, who's like, nah, I decided to not destroy the humanity. I decided to live with you, Mikasa, for 4 more years and be happy together. And catch a lot of fish. And he asked her to remove the scarf, and she's like, nope. Nope, not doing this. And she died with this scarf. It was such a fucking sad and emotional scene in the very end when they showed Mikasa dead with the scarf. And the moment when Eren and Armin were speaking together in another this sort of a flashback thing, where Eren actually told his whole real feelings towards Mikasa, and they were strong. Armin even said, like, I did not expect it to be that pathetic. Like, come on, man. Have a little bit of pride. It was so good. It was so good. It was so good that Isayama decided to tell us everything in the end. He did not hide anything. He showed us that. He showed us different people coming to this realization and to peace. He showed us what happened after that, and the moment when, in the end, Historia tells the story that, yeah, Jaegers decided to be dicks anyways, and it's not surprising at all. But it seems like peace was kept for quite a long time, and the civilization was built up again until it was destroyed. But that's, I mean, no way Eren could have ended all of the violence in the world. As I've said, until there's more than one human being, there's always gonna be some wars. So yeah, Mikasa, after seeing this flashback, Mikasa and Levi, this Ackerman super duper power, they fly into Eren's mouth, into Titan's Eren's mouth, and she cuts him, and she cuts his head, while smiling, sorta, kind of. And Ymir seeing this is also kind of smiling. It was both beautiful and not beautiful. It was... I don't know how to feel about that. But it was animated brilliantly. Everything was animated brilliantly in this one. And then we see the scene. I'll see you later, Eren, or something. Itarashe. It was exactly the fucking foreshadowing. It felt like foreshadowing. It was foreshadowing in the previous episode, I mean. In the beginning of the previous episode. Because her saying that it was so out of place. And then she kisses the dead Eren head. With beard and stuff. So at least they kissed. And Ymir happily watching this all. And then, then we see the big Armin with Eren dialogue, where Eren literally explains how it's gonna happen, who's gonna do what, and this and that, and this and that, and they were walking. And this was shown to Armin previously when he was on the ship, and then erased from his memories. And those dialogues were great. I'm not gonna go in. They're pretty much self-explanatory. But then again, Armin realized that it's not like Eren is evil. They're like all to blame here in a way. What was cool is that Eren told Armin that it was he who kind of moved this Titan, the Dyna Titan, from Bertolt to Carla. So he personally kind of targeted this Titan on Carla. So he, from the past, will have to, have this anger, which is gonna lead to all of the events in the future. So Attack on Titan is sort of kind of a time travel story as well. It's like on so many levels, it's crazy. And then everyone, after Eren's dying, everyone gets their memories of, if he spoke with them, they got the memories of him telling them which means that he died, which means that the power of Titans that erase memories and control everyone died with him. And everyone remembered that. And yeah, Mikasa have Eren's head, and Armin cries, man, that was a serious cry. I felt that. Really, really much. He told me that the outcome you bring about through your choices is to erase the power of the Titans from the world. So the mission was to erase the power and do it in a such way that the nations who have been left sort of kind of befriend each other. Even though we still had Jaegerists who decided to go at war, but they're gonna deal with it anyway somehow. You cannot control everyone. So everyone in the end understood that Eren was a true hero of the story, which I never ever doubted. I already said that many times. Yeah, he's a big bad monster, but he did what has to be done. We see all the guys, Levi saluting, people are even crying a bit. Levi crying. He ended up losing his eye in the end, so he's like white eye. Unfortunately, giving children some candies. The stupid Marlian's like, prove us that you're not Titans. Like, what the fuck? How? I am not a Titan. You see me as a Titan? Here's the proof. What else do you need? Like, fucking... It's not that easy. But Armin told them that you fucking dick or what? We just won against that monster. Also, Eren said that Ymir actually loved so much this fucking king that it's unreasonable and not. I do not understand that. Why she loved this fuck for so much. And Mikasa have this like little dialogue with Ymir. Ymir is so beautiful. And it's good that even Ymir is freed. As I've said, I wanted so many things to happen in the ending. And they all have happened. All of them. Ymir being freed. Our guys being alive. Even getting rid of the powers so they're gonna live longer. A goddamn monkey being killed. No, Nyankopon living and everyone's living is like just a perfect ending. Surely the Jaegers decided to make themselves. Even Hitch is screaming like, yeah. And the journalist, everyone's here. Yeah, we can see Hitch screaming and supporting the Jaegerists as well. Sasha's family is here, yeah. And then the whole ending, Reiner reading the letter of his story, like handwriting is so good. I already forgot that he had a crush on the girl. And it's too bad they are not together. Okay, I can give it to you, Reiner. You deserved that. But unfortunately, she decided to go the unknown man route. Even Yelena survived. She now works with Onyankopon. They're gonna have little Yelena Onyankopon children, I suppose. Man, the ending was just great. Seeing all the characters. And then, yeah, Mikasa near the grave. That was the sad part. Mikasa near the grave, because everyone kind of got what they wanted. Everyone kind of lived a happy life after that. Sort of. Surely Reiner didn't get... Historia, but still, he survived, his family survived, everything is great. But for Mikasa, she lost everything. Initially, she lost her father, her mother, then Eren and Grisha and Carla appeared in her life. They are all dead now. She's literally alone. the only thing that left for her is the scarf. So Mikasa's story is a very sad one in here. But she realized that, yeah, her man was the hero, her man saved the humanity for now. And she did also what she needed to do. Still really sad. Then this whole part in the ending when we see people young. At first we see young guys, John and everyone visiting Eren's grave. Then we see them with children. The credits were great. Show it to me. Come on. There were more people in here. We can probably even understand who was with whom. Is it John or someone? It's probably Falco with Gabi and a child. Probably because the white hair of this guy and... probably not sure about that. The car is here, yeah. Old Falco. I mean, such a beautiful ending. Then cities started to appear and destroyed again. But this is okay. Unfortunately, it was just great, people. This anime was very different from the start through the season 2, through the season 3. It was always constantly changing. That's why it felt so fresh. That's why it felt so interesting. Surely Isayama did a lot of damage, mental damage to all of us. But, it worked. In the end, it all worked. He decided to take easy on us in the ending, in my opinion. I don't really understand why some people did not like the ending. Except for the people who probably rooted for Marley or wanted for no one to die, like to have the best, prettiest ending ever. So the rumbling never happens, and Eren and Mikasa have children and all that. This is not the type of story to have that ending. I'm surprised that it's that good. It's super good. Probably people were said that it's too good of an ending, like it was too happy for their taste. I don't know. I'm not sure. And there was a lot of explanations here. Surely maybe not everything, but it's like you don't need to explain things. Like you watch fucking superhero movies, you want to know how this guy get his powers? Like who the fuck cares? Look at him fly. This is not the type of story that you need that. And in Attack on Titan, it was also it had so many fucking layers that you don't need to actually focus on every single layer here. Something is better to stay untouched or unexplained, because even in our world, it's interesting because we don't know much about it. We don't know how, we don't know why, we don't know where and when. We live in this gigantic universe. I sit here on the chair, you're there somewhere like 10,000 kilometers away, and it's like nothing compared to the universe we live in. And we just don't think about it too often. So yeah, not everything has to be explained. Even though it's interesting, but not always needed. So yeah, in my opinion, Attack on Titan was a great. All of the seasons. I liked all of the seasons in their own way. I liked the mystery and, this quite primitive, raw story about big monsters eating people. It worked even in that way, because I never saw anything like that. I never saw giant, naked, fucking dickless people walking and eating in a terrifying way others. I never saw that. Maybe you saw that somewhere, but I did not. And for me, it was like, oof. and people flying and fighting them, and this amazing music, and then the mystery, like who is the enemy? I remember Aaron Smith saying that, and all the characters, this huge amount of amazing characters. Even the new characters are also good, like Gabi and Falcon. So it just worked. It just worked. And then season 2 with the betrayals, and then season 3 with like fighting against the king, learning all the stuff, and season 4 going into there like oof, all out war, and then the whole fucking god damn it, the rumbling. It was just a crazy ride, a crazy journey, the one that we will all remember. I want to eat now, though. Yeah. And for many of us, we spend years. I mean, I spent like something around 5 years to watch this all. Some of you spent from the very beginning like more than 10 years. And for the newcomers who's gonna watch it, they're gonna just sit and watch it in one go. For them, it's gonna be different experience, and we have to be thankful that our experience was that long and juicy. We had time to speculate. These new people, they're gonna have spoilers everywhere. Everywhere. They're gonna know everything about this anime before they even start watching it. But we had to fucking guess. Like, what is that? How is that? And maybe, maybe, So yeah, it's good that we had such experience. And I mean, this anime is what started my channel as a joke. I mean, it still kind of continues as a joke, anyways, but it grew. I mean, I thought it's gonna be 1-2 episodes joke, and that's it. No one watches it, and I'm done. But no, some few people watched it, and more and more and more, and then channel changing, the appearance in China, and so many things happened after that. So Attack on Titan was my ticket to this reaction YouTube thing, and I'm thankful to it as well. I mean, it technically brought me to anime. I was not watching it before that. I've seen it once, twice, something like that, but after I started Attack on Titan, I picked a lot of interesting series, and I started playing Japanese games as well, because I was not doing this previously, and I'm thankful. Thank you, Isayama. I never thought I'm gonna tell you that, but yeah, you did good, man. And thank you all as well for watching. I suppose maybe there's one or two of the people of the original gang who started with me in the first channel, somewhere in 2019, I think. I don't even remember when it all started. But I remember this like 80 something views during the night and like 12 or more comments. And these people sticked for quite a while. After that, I had to change the channel, and I haven't seen many of them after that, but some of them were there. Some of them got back. So if you're from the original gang who watched the first episode, basically the first days it appeared, oof, you're a real bro, man, girl, whoever you are. It's unbelievable. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for sticking around. I'm not sure what's gonna happen next with the channel. Maybe I'll watch something new. Haven't decided yet. As I've said, there's interest in few animes for me, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be watching them on a camera. This thing is taking so much time, people. You cannot believe it. Even though it's simple, it looks like it's simple, but it is not. Thanks for watching. Thanks for staying. I just cannot believe it all ended. Some things in life you just cannot go back, and with Attack on Titan we cannot go back anymore. But let's be like Eren. Let's susume. Let's move forward, because there's a lot of things in there as well that are interesting. We can always reflect on the past while we're moving forward. Thank you guys. Have a great day and see you next time. Bye bye.